Okay, so this is just an experiment video really. This came this morning, I don't know if you can see that, and it's just a piece of cardboard that was inside a pillow slip package, and because it was sort of shaped like a book, I thought, well, I might as well use it. So I'm just going to cover it like I would normally cover a book and see where we go from there. So I'm just going to use some normal double-sided tape, cover the cardboard and then pop it down onto the paper. I'll do that and then I'll be back. Okay, so just another couple of strips. Okay, just get it ready to go onto the paper covering. So yeah, I just thought rather than throw it in the bin, as it came already shaped into a notebook style, I thought I might as well use it. So we'll see how it turns out. Sorry if I'm not talking very well, I'm still a bit nervous about making videos. So, just try and centralise that on the paper, pop it down and give it a good burnishing. Seems strange talking to yourself. I mean, if somebody else was in here I'd be chatting away no problem, but it seems strange to talk to myself. So we'll just get this ready to go into shape. And then just trim around the corners. Okay, so now we've got those on, we just train this paper to go up onto the book. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to be any good at this, making videos, because I'm just not a good talker. And I'm a bit embarrassed, I don't know, maybe a bit nervous, because I know my husband's in the next room. And he's going to be listening, and he's going to be poking fun at me. Because that's the way he is. But anyway, let's see if we can get this done, see what it turns out like. I'm not even sure what I'm going to use it for actually. It was just because it came in a book shape. I was sort of inspired to use it rather than just throw it away. You know, recycling. And this is, if this goes out, it's only my second video. So, you know, still got a lot of learning to do and a lot of nerves to get over. I'm hoping I'll get to the point where I just don't mind chatting away. But at the moment, I still feel a bit self-conscious. Just burnish all that down a bit. Right, let's pop it on and see what it turns out like. We usually do the two long ends first. Oops. And then I'm going to use a bit of this Pinflair bookbinding glue, just a little bit, because it is just cardboard and it will probably just sink in. But just to give me a bit of extra security to it. And then just fold in at the middle and work out to the outside. Just on the two long ends to start with. Press in at the middle and then work to the outside. And then what I normally do when I'm covering a book, just keep working it round. But what I normally do is just to pinch these ends in, just where it meets the very corner. And if it's going to go wrong, it will do while I'm photographing it. Just trim that a bit more. Okay. Squash those ends in so those very tips of the corners are covered. I mean, really this is just an experiment, so it doesn't matter really if it goes wrong, but it's worth a go. Take the tape off, bit of glue just for security along the end. I wasn't planning on doing something like this. I've got some cards that I need to make for birthdays in March. I was going to do those, but this opportunity presented itself this morning, so I thought I'd have a go. Not knowing whether it'll work or not, but still. So, and I hope I'm in shot all the time. I can't see whether I'm actually on the camera, but I'm just using this one as a tester, and then I can see exactly where I need to improve for the future. So, in at the middle and work our way out to the end. There we go. So that's now covered, and we can make of it what we will. Okay, now I got these books a little while ago when I was following a tutorial by Anne Melvin, Positively Papercraft, and she made some lovely notebooks, and I was following along with her tutorial, so I just ordered these. I can't remember how much they were, but they came in like a pack of 10, and I'm not even sure what size they are, it doesn't say, but again, it's like a perfect opportunity because they just seem to fit in this little cover. So what I'm going to do first is just cover the inside, and then I've got some elastics that I'm going to just use to hold the books into the cover. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I've just marked where I need to trim this piece down to. This is just, I'm going to say a scrap, but it's not really a scrap, it's just a piece of paper that, you know, it's quite flexible, but it's glittery and what have you, so I'm just hoping it won't split when I put it inside the book. But you know, these are just pieces that I had to use up, so I thought I may as well use them for this. So I always forget this is not big enough. I need to get my big trimmer out. So we'll just cut down this side to start with. Use that for something else, never throw anything away. And then just put that straight onto there, line it up, and trim that down to size. And another handy scrap. Just pop that out the way. So that will hopefully fit onto there. This is a non-shed paper, so it should be okay. So we'll just take this up. Make sure it's right down in the corners. Now, another thing, I haven't got my head around editing just yet. I'm not sure how to go about that. Hopefully my husband's going to learn and he can be the editor. But anyway, let's just go for this and see what this turns out like. I'll just pop you on pause while I get the other pieces done. You don't need to watch me doing all of these. Okay, just take off these last couple of pieces of tape. And then we will pop this down onto here. Just give it a burnish down. I've just realised there's something rattling over there on my, where you can't see, but it's up there. And it's rattling, and I'm going to see if that comes out on this video. If I do put this video up, it'll only be as like, you know, a little add-on sort of thing. Because it wasn't planned, and I'm not sure it's all going to go right. So, let's just in any case, it'll only be, you know, a bit of something for me to use. It's not something I'm going to give as a present for anybody. So it doesn't really matter if it goes wrong. It's just worth the experiment. Okay, so that's covered, and it's just basically a piece of cardboard, and it probably is going to split in places because this is not, from what I can see, top quality paper, but always worth a go. Which one do I want as the front? I'll have this side as the front. So what I'm going to do, I meant to bring my cutting mat in, but never mind. I'm just going to use this to make a hole in the middle so that I can put the elastic for the fastening, so to speak. So it's just a hunky-dory, you know, you can make a hole anywhere you need to. There you go, and that's gone straight through. Just clear it out of the end, she said, pushing it further in. So, get that out of there. and it does not want to come out. There we go. Pop that back in there. And what I will need to do is, because I need to make the elastics from top to bottom, I'm going to put it in about 1/2 inch up into the spine so that I can thread the elastic to hold the books. There we go. And the other side. So there we are. We've got the holes in so that we can thread the elastic in to make to hold the books and to make the holder, keep it all together. Okay, one sec while I get the elastics ready. Okay, so I'm going from the outside. Just going to thread the elastic round. Just give it a fair length there. And also okay, what I've done, I've put 2 holes at either side because I didn't really want the elastic to come all the way down on the outside. So I'm going to see if this will work. I'm going to find what I did with the original piece. There we go. So let's see if we can work this out. No, if I do it from the inside to start with, and then come back through so that you just have that one small piece at the top. Just messing it up again. There we go. That's that side, and then at the bottom go to the outside, pull it down and come back up through the next hole there. And then, because I've cut way too much elastic, get rid of that. And just tie that in a knot. So that we've got 2 strings for 2 lots of pages. So you can do 2 different books. So I'm going to use one of these yellow ones because I've had them for a long time, and need to use them. So that's that. You can just trim that elastic off, and on the longer one you can put that through, and there we have one book in, and I need to find something a bit shorter to put on the other one, but that's the way that will go. You could even put more pages onto there. You can just make them up yourself and, you know, just do them to the right size. So that's one book. And then, just so that I can make my closure, here's that bit that I trimmed there. What I would do is double this and poke it out through the middle hole. It's always fiddly. There we go. And then you can just see how much you would need to go around to keep the book together. And then just tie that in a knot. Your knots will be hidden by the book, so I'm not too worried about that. So grab the outside, pull that down, and then if it's too much you can always tie another knot just to adjust it. So there we go. And you can, you know, these kind of things, you can add little charms on or whatever you like to use, but I'm not going to for this one because it's, as I say, it's just a made up experiment. I'm just going to double knot this to make sure it doesn't come right through. There we go. So, trim that down, and then that will just go over there like that, and it will keep it together. So, as I say, just by way of an experiment, there we go. Undo that. You've got a little notebook. You could even, if you wanted to, fix a pen in here somehow. I've got some things somewhere that like hold a pen. So if I find them and I finish this book, I'll come back and show you the finished article. Okay, so all I've done is just finish this off, and what I did was make a little covered notebook, just made it myself, you know, just trimmed down the papers and used a bit of scrap paper to make the cover. And then you've got a little notebook there, and as I say, these pen holders just fit inside there, and then you can just cover that up, put the elastic round, and there you are, just a simple little notebook. And that's that. It's done. These pen holders were these. It came in a pack. think I got them on Amazon, which is where I get most things, and they are 3M, so they're quite a strong adhesive on them, and all different sizes, so you know they were worth using, just to put a pen into the notebook. There you go. So just out of scraps and a thing that came in the post this morning, I've made a little notebook. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Bye.